Cultural Revolution was a tumultuous period in the history of the People's Republic of China that lasted from 1966 to 1976. Initiated by Chairman Mao Zedong, the Cultural Revolution aimed to reassert his ideological control over the Communist Party and the country, as well as to revive revolutionary fervor among the Chinese population. However, it quickly spiraled out of control, resulting in widespread social upheaval, political purges, and economic disruption. The Cultural Revolution was characterized by mass mobilization and political activism, particularly among students and young people who formed Red Guard groups. These groups were encouraged to challenge and rebel against established authorities, including teachers, intellectuals, and party officials perceived as being part of the bourgeois or revisionist elements. The movement's ideology emphasized class struggle, revolutionary zeal, and loyalty to Mao and his vision of a communist society. The Cultural Revolution unleashed a wave of violence and chaos across the country. Red Guards targeted perceived enemies of the revolution, leading to the destruction of cultural artifacts, the closure of schools and universities, and the displacement of millions of people. Intellectuals, artists, and professionals were subjected to public humiliation, forced labor, and persecution. The Red Guards engaged in ideological struggles, denunciations, and violent clashes with each other, which further exacerbated the turmoil. The Cultural Revolution had profound consequences for Chinese society. The disruption of education and the suppression of intellectual pursuits severely curtailed China's cultural and academic development. Traditional values, customs, and cultural heritage were attacked and deemed as feudal or bourgeois. Economic progress was stunted as the focus shifted from production and development to political struggle and ideological conformity. The country descended into a state of near anarchy as factionalism and violence swept through the population. After Mao's death in 1976, the Cultural Revolution gradually came to an end. His successors, led by Deng Xiaoping, sought to bring stability and restore order to the country. They implemented economic reforms, opening China to foreign investment and embracing market-oriented policies. The legacy of the Cultural Revolution, however, continued to shape Chinese society and politics. Its impact on the country's psyche, social fabric, and political institutions cannot be overstated. The Cultural Revolution remains a highly controversial and sensitive topic in modern China. The Chinese government has imposed restrictions on public discussions and historical investigations into the period. While some view the Cultural Revolution as a necessary struggle against entrenched bureaucracy and elitism, others see it as a catastrophic period of political fanaticism and human suffering. In conclusion, the Cultural Revolution was a tumultuous and deeply divisive period in Chinese history. It was characterized by mass mobilization, political purges, and widespread violence. The movement had far-reaching consequences, disrupting society, stifling intellectual and cultural development, and leaving lasting scars on the nation. Despite its official condemnation, the Cultural Revolution continues to shape China's political landscape and remains a subject of intense debate and reflection.